Being an editor for Thordan is actually really fun. I get to do things like this, right? Look at this, look at this. This makes people's heads go big. What would happen technically if I just, look at that. Whoa, please don't fire me. Hey, it's mini Thordan. Thordan's tiny.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about Season 18. More specifically, there's been some new stuff found in the files that indicate that Season 18 might actually have some good content coming around the corner, but we're going to have to wait a little while before we actually see it. We're also going to go ahead and give out 45 bucks. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Without further ado, let's talk about what we can be expecting in the future. So Season 18 is off to a divisive start. Some people really like it, and some people aren't that thrilled. I will say, when you look at the Steam numbers, they are a little bit lower than normal, at least on launch for the Steam version of the game. However, there are some good changes to it and some, that are just kind of meh. However, that being said, there was some new stuff found in the files that seems to indicate that we are getting a huge update to Apex Legends that is finally gonna maybe turn things around if the season ends up a little bit lackluster. Now, this was a bunch of different weapons and abilities found in the files. A lot of them say MP weapon, and there is stuff like Blisk Payday that's been in there forever, but there's some new ones such as Concussive Breach, Defender Sustained, Flash Shield, Grenade, Black Egg, and some of these, from what I understand, are actually legend abilities that are being worked out as items, and some of them are actually going to be new items. Due to the fact that there's so many in here, it does seem like Rumble Royale is still on the menu, as that is a game mode that was planned to be worked on, but they ran into some issues with it, and basically it was solos with a bunch of different weapons and no loadouts, as you can see here. We still don't have an ETA on it coming, but we can expect it sometime, hopefully in the upcoming season. The next event we have after this current one is going to be called Harbinger, which is pretty cool, and it actually comes with the Fuse Heirloom, which is named right now the Razor's Edge. There are a bunch of different badges that you can get for this, but it does not bring up any specific LTM, which is a little concerning. Now, in regards to the Fuse Heirloom of Razor's Edge, it kind of makes me think of an old school straight razor, kind of similar to this, and it has actually been teased in Apex Legends before, such as the one that Revenant uses when he's still Caleb Cross. It would actually be a cool callback to the original Revenant, as the season with the Heirloom Prestige skin coming for him also being for Revenant, to kind of throw in an heirloom that is also in a way tied to Revenant, but for Fuse. But now let's go ahead and go back to all those new weird weapons found in. There is one specific one that I wanted to talk about, and there's something new that's added in called a Goliath Throw. Now, in case you didn't know, back when Stormpoint was first being released, we did see early gameplay model of a Goliath, and it was actually being playtested for the Stormpoint map. This thing was absolutely massive, and when it hit you, it did like 80 damage. You can see all the renders right here, but the fact that it has an ability called Throw is completely brand new, which could indicate this is something that we might see for Season 19 when we get the brand new Stormpoint map, which was teased all of last season but never came in. We know it's because of the ALGS champs, but it would make sense that if they're reworking the entire map, maybe something about this storm woke up the Goliaths, and it's something we can be expecting. There was also another interesting thing found in those game files, and one is for a legend called Mally, and it shows a Mally ult and a bunch of base abilities. Now, Mally was originally thought to be Vantage, and she wasn't away. As I was talking with someone, they gave me a lot of good information. Vantage and Mally at one point were the same. This is because of the ult Rainstorm in the files being linked to Mally, but it doesn't make sense anymore because Vantage's tactical has always been her jump bat, which leads into Mally's tactical is called Zapper. It fires an arc shot forward after a charge time. This was Conduit's old ult, so it's probably toned down and changed to attack. Her ult is probably heal related. 3, Mally's dummy texture model in the files has some strange patterns on it, almost like the pattern on a carpet or something. Looking it up, Mally is a country in West Africa, which makes sense because their patterns can be interpreted as Indian or African. 4, seeing Conduit's model, it definitely lines up. West African may be the culture she grew up with. And this is the dummy model right here, and you can see that design on her chest. And what this all basically boils down to is we do know that Conduit is coming as per Hypermist and other sources, as there were new models added in Season 17, and Conduit will be our Season 19 legend, and it looks like there is a combination of Mally that will end up becoming Conduit. And maybe her backstory is a little bit different, because if she is from an African region, that probably rules out Margot, who is Catalyst's friend. We're just gonna have to wait and see on that. Some other things found in this weird new weapons thing that we've also gone over a little bit before is the fact that there is something called Capture the Flag kit, which is very interesting because we do know that there is a Capture the Flag and ball type mode coming in. Some of these abilities look like it's for those game modes as well, and there was that leaked map a long time ago showing a very large custom made map by Respawn in different areas that could actually very well work as a Capture the Flag type mode. I personally have been waiting for this kind of game mode to come into Apex Legends forever. If it actually did come in this season, I would consider it a huge win, because just new ways to play the game is always going to bring more people back and is going to make the gameplay a lot more enjoyable. Let me know down below, are you guys excited for some of this new content to come into the game? What would you most like to see? Also, don't forget to check out this channel right here by my editor Novell, who does great Apex Legends content. And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.